Alright, everybody, welcome back to Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. Come to think of it, I don't know if the Zodiac actually plays into the game's lore at all, but I mean, I know a thing or two about astrology, and like, I don't know, the license boards, like, they correspond to a sign of the Zodiac, apparently, but yeah, see, like this, but like, I don't know, they don't necessarily make sense. To me, anyway. I don't know. Like, why would White Mage be Aries? That doesn't make any sense. If anything, Aries should be like Black Mage or fucking... I don't fucking know. I won't bore you guys with that. Wouldn't let me through, me. Let me through. What do I need to do here? Where do I need to go? Got that mark, time to get back to Rabanastre. I am back in Rabanastre. Bitch. Oh, here. It's kites. Yeah, anyway, to kind of continue about what I was talking about in the last episode.
Stand back there. Back. This gate's closed until the ceremony's over, do you hear?
Now what?
Open the gate! Alright, out the way.
Wait a second. How come you let these chocobos through the gate and not us?
What of it? This here's a pedigreed parader, boy. Cost tens of thousands of gil, this one did. A prettier price than 100 of you provincials would fetch. Keep your distance. We don't want the chocobos sticking a peasant.
What'd you say?
Step aside. Right then, move them in.
Well... that does it.
Ho ho! A fine chocobo you have there. Yes, cedar down stock if I'm not mistaken. Change the soil, change the chocobo, am I right? Yes, different soil means different bouquet too. Take a Damascus Barreau's wine, it may lack the flavor and depth of some of your Arcadian wines, but it has a certain strength of character. It's not bad, really, once you get used to it. Care for some, sirs? There's more than enough for all to cool their throats, of course.
You let these carts through and closest gate is ordered. My mail's choked with this sand.
Don't give me a scare like that. You're lucky that ended where it did.
Right. Now's our chance to go through.
The ceremony will be starting soon. I'd best be hurrying.
Okay, well... Fawn, wait! What is it? Fawn!
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Every time I see that guy, he reminds me of the fucking Peter Steele from Typo Negative. Rip, by the way.
We will have order. I give you your new consul, His Imperial Highness Lord Vane Solidor, Commandant of the Arcadian Empire's Western on... Your Excellency.
People of Rabanastre, is it with hatred you look upon your consul? With hatred you look upon the Empire.
Yes.
There was little point in asking. But know this, I harbor no idle hopes of frustrating that hatred. Nor shall I ask your fealty. That is the due of your fallen king, and rightly so. King Ramanas loved his people, strove to bring you peace. His was a rule worthy of your devotion. Even now, he remains among you, protecting you. His ardor for the peace and weal of Dalmasca falters not. I would ask only that you do your king honor. Together let us embrace the peace His Majesty would surely desire. 2 years now divide us from war's bitter end, yet still its shadow looms over all, stifling the infant peace, a pall only you may cast off. Achieve but this one thing, and your hatred of me and of the Empire will grieve me not. I will stand fast. I will endure your hatred, suffer your slings and arrows. I will defend Dalmasca. Here I will pay my debt. I swear it now. Though King Ramanas and Lady Ash be gone, they stand ever at the side of their people. In honoring peace, you do honor to their memory and to Dalmasca. What I ask plain. My hopes now rest with you.
Is Rabanasta to your liking, my lord?
It is magnificent. Take this cathedral, for instance. Elegant, yet whimsical in its execution. A stunning example of Galtean architecture. I hope Lord Gramus might one day look upon it himself.
Oh, remember the last one? We're all like this at first.
The patron of this evening's banquet, may it please your excellency.
I am Miguel, your highness. It is truly a profound honor to make the acquaintance of our future emperor, highness. The people of Rabanasta join me in welcoming you.
That's enough of highness. Though indeed I am our emperor's son, I am no prince. Arcadia's emperor is freely chosen by her people. I am but an elected official and nothing more.
I meant no disrespect.
Now that I think on it, I would not have you address me as Lord Consul, for that matter.
No?
Henceforth, I am a citizen of Rabanasta. Why don't you call me Vane?
Ich bin ein Berliner.
I could not. That would not be right.
You are overly fond of formalities. I've just the remedy for that. Tonight you will join me, and we shall drink until you call me by name.
How can he stand about to him like that?
Fawn, you just do not get it, do you? He's not doing it because he wants to.
Lord Vane never did have
You know what would happen if he didn't.
I know, it's just...
So, what would you do different?
I don't know. Well... I'd do something.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Fawn.
These cutscenes are so long.
You haven't heard a single word I've said, have you?
I can't even remember what I was talking about beforehand. It's gonna be a problem.
This place has changed so much. It's like it's not even Rabanasta anymore. Like the Empire is swallowing it whole.
Hey, Penelope, that fete tonight. You think they'll let us in?
Are you crazy? It's in the palace, and we don't have an invitation if you hadn't noticed.
So, how are we getting in?
As if I'd know. Why not ask Miguello to get you in? Or go see old Dallin in Lowtown? Why the sudden interest, Vaughn?
I told you, I'm going to take back what's ours. give back to Dalmasca. Come on, what do you think? If I find something, and it fetches a good price, how about I buy you all dinner?
Oh, please. You know as well as I do the first thing you'd buy is an airship. All hail Vaughn, Sky Pirate of Dalmasca. It's got a nice ring to it. Stay out of trouble.
An airship. I don't know. Maybe. But not through Magello. Time to pay old Dallin a visit.
Alright. So actually, in between the last episode, I did do a little bit of grinding. Not, I wouldn't even call it grinding. Like, I did a teeny bit. Just enough to get this next thing on the license board. And then eventually I'd killed everything in the area and things weren't respawning, so I left. But I'm just 2 away from getting my max HP bumped up a good bit, so yeah, that's what I'm going to be focusing on for the most part. And yeah. Anyway. So, what the fuck was I talking about? Anyway. This game is huge. There's just a shit ton of stuff to do in it. Mainly what I'm going to be focusing on doing is, I'm not going to try and kill, like, any of the super bosses on this playthrough. Just because, I don't know, like, I struggled hard enough in trial mode, and that was at level 99. But, I don't know, we'll see. I am going to try and get all of the espers, and I am going to try and kill as many of the hunt marks as I can. The hunt marks that we saw on that license board, the hunt mark board, the same thing that we saw when we went to when we got the hunt for the rogue tomato. That's all stuff that, should I buy anything right now? I don't know if I can or if I should, or I don't know. Let's see. Buy. Can't really use any of this. I already have a dagger. This is all just weapons. There's no armor here. Oh, I found a firefly, like, in a chest, and I thought it was ironic that, like, I don't know, it's totally useless on this playthrough. But yeah. Got some loot here I can sell, so I'll do that. As you can see, you get a good chunk of cash from loot, and it really does add up. New bazaar goods, woohoo! We got potion pack, cool. Tail of the Phoenix, and unassuming surcoat. I think I'm already wearing that. No, I'm not. Okay. Well, I can't use it. God damn it. Oh well. Optimize? Yeah, no. Alright. Well, I know that one of the licenses that I unlocked has armor on it, so let me see if I can go ahead and get some armor for Vaughn. Shops and things update their inventories based on reaching certain points in the story. So there will be certain times in the game where I'm going to stop and grind loot. Okay, so this is what I can buy. Yeah, sure, why not? No. Alright. Alright, so that'll be good. That'll add a good bit, I think, to my defense. So just to go through, like, some more details about the game and mechanics, I mean, there's 12 jobs, as we saw here on the license board. There's Knight, Monk, Time, I'm just going to say Time Mage. I don't really see the point in saying Battle Mage. They call them battle mages, I think, because both time mage and red mage have the ability to specialize in weapons and armor that traditionally aren't available to the more like pure mages. Like white mage and black mage are like pure casters, whereas time mage and red mage can have can to a limited degree use melee weapons and heavy armor to greater effect. So knight, monk, time mage, foe breaker, which is like a warrior, kind of like axe and hammer wielder. Archer, black mage, bushi, which is like samurai, shikari, which is like ninja, ulan, which is like kind of a hybrid of dragoon and dark knight, machinist, and red mage. Red mage has access to arcane magics and a little bit of both white and black magic. And yeah. Ulan has a little bit of black magic. Monk and knight both have access to white magic to a limited degree. So even though white mage is kind of like the main healer, several other jobs, red mage, knight, monk, all have access to healing magic to one extent or another. And so, you know, you're not fucked if you don't have a white mage in your party right that second. You know, there's plenty of other jobs that can carry those kinds of things out. And every character in the Zodiac Age can have up to 2 jobs. So really, you're making like whole new jobs based on combinations of existing ones. Certain jobs pair better with others than others. Like for instance, I'm going to Lowtown right now. For instance, knight and monk have like some really powerful white magic, but they have no magic augments, so you want to pair them with a job that can kind of fix that, you know, just to some extent or another, or at least have them equip armor that, you know, buffs their magic a little bit. Time mage and red mage have a lot of magic, but they don't have a lot of magic augments, whereas samurai does, but samurai doesn't have any magic. It's interesting, and all the different weapon types run off of different stats. Like a lot of weapons just use your attack power and the enemy's defense, but like some weapons have interesting little some weapons have, you know, interesting little quirks like poles, which are like quarter staves. You don't want to call them staves because there are actual staves used by black mages, but poles are used by monks primarily. They use your attack, but they hit the enemy's magic defense.
Come for a tip on how to secure something bigger and in armor by the East Gate?
What? You already heard about that?
Wise I may not be, but well informed I am.
They'll get what's coming to them someday, believe me. But that's not why I'm here.
Do tell.
I want to know how to sneak into the palace. They've got to have some great stuff in there. Thought I'd partake.
Not one to mince words, are you, boy? The Empire protects all that's hers, and that means the palace and all the treasures inside.
That's why I'm gonna do it. To take back what's ours.
So, our champion of the sewers aspires to noble action. Admirable. Perhaps I can help you.
Why do you have a pink hairless bunny?
Now that I think on it, there was a rumor, yes.
With a lizard
secret
tail.
Passageway into the palace walls, a door, and a magic stone that opens the way.
That's it. This is exactly why I came to talk to you first, Alan. So, where's this, magic stone?
Oh, I've had it for years, if I can remember where I've tucked it away.
What an asshole. Just tell me. Oh, cool. Okay, no dialogue, so I can actually talk now. Yeah, I was talking about weapons. But yeah, like poles use your attack power but hit the enemy's magic defense, whereas like maces are like the flip of that. They hit the enemy's defense but they use your magic power. Katanas factor in both magic and your attack power when they do damage. Daggers factor in your speed and attack power. Axes and hammers, I think, factor in your vitality as well as your attack power. Like, there's all sorts of different things to consider with the job. And like, characters for the most part have pretty, like, the stat advantage of giving one job to any given character is really minute, even more so in New Game Minus, because you're not leveling up, the difference in stats from character to character, like for example, like Vaughn, like Pinello, just of the two characters we met so far, Pinello has higher magic power than Vaughn, so it'd be better to give her a mage class or a class with access to magic, you know, out of the two. But and as you level up, that difference gets higher and higher and higher as your stats scale up. But since we're not leveling up, that doesn't happen, and so the difference remains like single digits. And so it's really not worth worrying about too much. I'm going to buy a couple antidotes here and go ahead and buy these bombs. They'll be useful later. They're not really useful right now, but I mean, you know, there's something. Just one less thing I have to worry about buying later. What does this... Hold on. A lot of accessories have stat bonuses outside of there. Okay, so it's got like a slight boost to your strength and magic power. I don't think that's going to be worth it. Like, as soon as I get like another accessory that actually does something, yeah, I'm going to sell this bad boy. Not going to buy anything though. Alright, let's see. So for the first, you know, for the first sort of portion of the game and the game's story, I'm not going to be doing too many side quests. That is because I'm going to be trying to kind of rush towards the, wait, no, I don't want to go that way. Hold on. Wait, what do you have? Do you have anything good? Onion bolts. Okay. Sure. Bolts are ammunition for crossbows. The bombs are ammunition for hand bombs. So they can be, you know, kind of useful. Yeah. Anyway, so there's a lot more different kinds of weapons in the game than there are jobs. I think. Just off the top of my head, I think there's slightly more. You have like there's actually a really great variety of weapons, and it's really fun to kind of play around with. So you have bows, crossbows, and different weapons have different charge times too. Like some weapons are faster on your ATB gauge than others. Is there any good? I may as well go ahead and see if there's anything useful I can buy here. So technics are like abilities that either do damage or have specific effects that aren't magic or aren't, or buffs that, do things. Yeah, sure, I'll go ahead and buy Libra. A lot of techniques you have to find. You can only get like about half the techniques in the game from stores. And on my first playthrough of the Zodiac Age, this version of Final Fantasy XII, I didn't really go out of my way to find a lot of hidden stuff more than what I needed. But I'm gonna try and do that in this playthrough just to make the game as efficient as possible. I do definitely want to get this and this. Is there anything I can sell that will... I'll come back to the other stuff later. Yeah, I'm gonna be avoiding side quests until we get to the point in the game where I have all the characters, like my party's full, and B, have access to both license boards for every character. So I'm gonna try and rush to that point. Really, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. I know I'm being very slow right now, and I apologize for that. I'm just I'm playing the game a little more cautiously, just because I know that I can't level up, and you know that is of course a little bit scary. This is where I'm supposed to be going, right? I swear to God, I've played this game like a million times. Better to... yeah, okay, I'm going the right way. It's actually a really funny joke amongst me and my friend Darren, who you guys may or may not remember from the Illusion of Gaia playthrough. He came up and visited me and hopped in on a few episodes. I played this game for a long, long time, and I started playing it while I was in college, but I never finished it because, you know, all the shit that I was doing in college, like, I really didn't... That was probably the point in my life where I played the least video games. Like, I really didn't play that many video games. I mean, I did, but, like, I remember freshman year was when, my freshman year of college, I think, is when, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl came out. So that was interesting. But I got this game, too, while I was in college, and I never finished it. I don't even think I got very far at all. And then once I got out of college, like, I played it a shit ton, and I had so much fun, like, doing all the side quests and exploring and shit, that, like, I actually got to the end of the game and then didn't beat it, and instead went around and got all the extra stuff. Because there's not really anything gated behind having beaten the game, like beating the game's story. Hey, come back here. I want to kill you. Alright. So I got all the way to the end, and like I went around and fought like all the super bosses, got all the hidden espers, all that shit. There are, by the way, many hidden espers. There's 13 total in the game. Each one corresponding to a different zodiac side, once again. And then a 13th one for the for Ophiuchus, which is the 13th side in the zodiac that isn't really considered because it doesn't They don't consider that an astrological sign because it doesn't sync up with the Earth's seasons. But the zodiac, it is on the same like plane, so to speak, the imaginary plane that you see in the sky as the other zodiac signs. So it's technically considered, but not really. Anyway, so there's only 5 that you get in the main game. There's 5 espers that the main story will acquire for you. So that leaves 8 that are hidden. Oh shit. Better stop for a second and use a potion. I think licenses. Yes, I can go ahead and get this now. So that's huge. That boosted my HP by like, I don't know, almost 50%. So I beat all of the got everything in the game, did all the side quests, everything, and then after that I didn't feel motivated to kill the final boss. And then like one day, like years later, like at least 2 or 3 years, me and him were like playing Vidya over at his place, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna beat this game tonight. And it becomes such a fucking in-joke that he was like, no, you're not. You're never gonna fucking beat it. And I was like, no, you watch. I'm gonna do it tonight. And he sat and fucking watched me play through the entire fucking final boss and like all the cutscenes and all that shit. And oh man, I laughed my tits off because he was doing like a fucking, he was doing like a Will Sasso, Arnold Schwarzenegger impression because the final boss like really reminded him of that. And so like every piece of dialogue or whatever that the final boss like threw at me, he was like, I can't do a fucking Arnold voice, but he can. And it was just fucking, oh man, I laughed my tits off. It was brilliant. Alright, so... Oh, I'm gonna talk to this person. Over here? You? No. You. Is it you? Masua. Sunstone. Yeah, there's a lot of kind of annoying, kind of boring things that the beginning of the game takes you through. I won't say boring, because like...
Penelo? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same, though the answer's pretty clear. No good.
What? I'm being good.
Is that right? So, then you wouldn't mind if I, say, tagged along, would you?
Huh?
Oh, don't worry. Miguelo's busy with preparations for the fete up at the palace. Why, I'm free for the whole day. Well, let's get going.
Yay! Alright, so our efficiency has just doubled. Licenses. Okay, so we've got to give her a license word now. What was I gonna have her be? A, Huh. I'm sorry, I know this is not what you guys wanted. You guys were hoping I would have this figured out by now, and I do. I'm just reviewing something real quick. Yeah, okay. We are going to make her a monk. You sure about that? I'm being paranoid here because once you pick a job for a character, like you can't change your mind. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Yep. Monk. And like I said, in theory, you're supposed to pick like magical jobs for magical characters, but that's really kind of moot on a New Game Plus, or on a New Game Minus where you can't level up. Let's see. All jobs do start out with like a basic bare minimum of equipment that they can use. Yeah, oh my god, she has very little HP. Oh wait, I forgot. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so go ahead and unlock this, give her a little bit more HP, and this, give her a little bit more HP, or well, give her, okay, leathers. Do I want the damage or the HP? I haven't really had too much trouble killing shit, so I'm gonna go with the HP for now. I'll get the Battle Lord after that. But yeah, Vaughn, Pinello, and one of the other female characters are technically the best magic users. And you have two other male characters who suck at magic, and one other female character who also sucks at magic. But I'm kind of throwing that to the wind. I mean, I'm paying attention to it in some ways, but I mean, given that every job has access to use magic, you don't necessarily want to just give your black mage to like Pinello, for instance, and then give, you know, Vaughn something that's weaker, because you could give Pinello a job that has magic but isn't very good at using it, and Pinello's base stats would help make up for that a little bit, and then give the job that, you know, isn't as good at using magic but has magic to the person with a lower magic stat, and then the job's innate strengths would make up for that. I don't know. It really doesn't matter too much. Yeah. I'll make my own decision. Yeah. Alright, so I still don't think we have access to the Gambit system yet. Gambit's off? Yeah. Gambits. Okay, awesome. Sweet. Okay. So Gambits are what really make this game really fun for some people and really annoying for other people. Basically, Gambits allow you to... wait. Didn't she say Gambits had been added to the fucking thing? Magics and techniques on myself. So I don't have access to Gambits on the main menu yet? What? I don't understand. Strange. Oh well. Alright, well, I'll talk about Gambits more later when we get there. Kill this fucking hyena. Yeah, fuck you. Okay, I want to be careful here because there are some like considerably more powerful enemies than I've faced prior to this point. Okay, so her Gambits are on. But I don't have access to set them? That's strange. Anyway, but just like a lot of the previous Final Fantasies, your characters are kind of blank slates. The difference is, in the original Final Fantasy XII, the original American version anyway, everybody had access to everything on like one big license board, and so you could just make your characters overpowered blobs of fuck. Whereas in this game, you have job license boards, and so you can make things more specialized, there's more strategy, which I really like. So that's really nice, because I mean, like in games like, one of the reasons I don't like Final Fantasy VIII and like Final Fantasy X is because, well, I mean, 10 does have like a basic job system, but the way I hated the sphere grid, fuck that thing. But eventually everyone just becomes overpowered jacks of all trades, masters of all trades. And in this game, well, in this version of this game, that doesn't really happen. These enemies with green life bars, by the way, are passive, but I kill them anyway because, I mean, you get loot and fucking you get LP. Alright, so there's the X. Yeah, so this is going to be an interesting playthrough. Like, I hope people like it, because it's going to satisfy a little bit more of, like, hardcore viewers, because it is a new game minus. But it's also going to satisfy people new to the game, because I am allowing all the cutscenes to play, and I'm paying attention to the story, which I really never did before. Mostly because the game story is a very slow burn. It's very different from other Final Fantasies in that it's almost like it really has a lot of, like, similarities in structure to Star Wars, except the dialogue's better, in my opinion. Okay, all right. Come on, damn it. Okay, treasure. But it's like it's a really politically heavy story, and it's not like mega hyper. Okay, wait, no, I don't want to fight those things. I think those things can fuck me up. And there's no reason really, like I said before, to go after like super powerful monsters, because I'm not going to get any kind of experience benefit from that. What time am I at? I haven't checked it in a while. Oh shit, I'm at 40 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to cut here, and when we come back, we will do the rest of the things. And go ahead and get over here to this screen. Oh man, I'm so excited to finally be playing this game. Like doing this Let's Play has been holding me back for a while because I was just struggled so hard to beat trial mode, and I got off work this week and came home and I was like, I'm fucking doing it tonight. And then once I beat it, I was like, ah! It was awesome. Anyway, see you guys next time.